All right, let's crack her open. Open her up, put the code in. Of course I am. What's up YouTube? It's your boy Second Born, Berkeley graduated, Sound Gem validated. And I wanted to shoot a quick video for you guys about my favorite cheat code plugins. And if you know what I mean when I say cheat code, like, you know, back in the 90s and you're playing your video game and you put in the cheat code for unlimited lives, you know what I mean? Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, start, down, R, up, LYB. You see where I'm going with this? One of my favorite things to do was to whip my brother's ass in Street Fighter. And he'll deny this, but Street Fighter 2 Turbo is a code he used to always ask me to put in. Down, R, up, LYB. You know, it's a muscle memory. I still remember it to this day. But it doesn't matter, he'd always lose. Not the point. But he would lose. You're watching, you'd lose a lot. This video is about that same concept, except we're gonna talk about my favorite cheat code plugins in which you could just throw them on and don't have to worry about it. Turn one knob and things start happening. When I first started mixing, it took me about maybe 14 to 20 hours in total to really mix a song properly. With all the experience I've had with mixing projects, commercials, songs, film editing, things like this, I've gotten that number down to somewhere about 4 to 6 hours now per project. When you have that knowledge, and now we're talking about time is money and you're just trying to shave down how much heavy lifting you have to do, these are my go-to plugins to quickly dial in a sound that you want and love, mixed and sent back out to your client quickly, efficiently, and it'll just save you just a headache, just a ton of headache. I really encourage everybody, even if you don't watch the entire video, to at least watch the first 5 plugins, because I do want to get this value out to you. Try these plugins out, at least the first 5. Try them out. They're gonna come in handy, and I want to make sure that they're on your radar. So let's jump on in. So the first plugin that needs to be on your radar, as soon as you get a hold of a little pocket change, the first plugin that needs to be on your radar without question is Oak Sound's Soothe 2 plugin. So what this plugin does is it removes unwanted resonances. As you push the nodes up, it pulls out more of unwanted resonances. So the muddiness in the 200 to 400 range, you could pull that right out without even thinking about it, and it sounds amazing. This is by far my #1 plugin to own. I'm gonna go ahead and give them that seal of approval. Really, really good for de-essing. So if you wanted to just start over and pull out just the highs, you could do it just by dragging your nodes to focus on the high range and then increasing the depth, and you could pull out all of the sibilance in your signal. It's also their Spiff plugin. Spiff does the same thing, except it's really good for poorly recorded tracks. You can cut out those unwanted clicks and pops and the unwanted sibilance, and it pulls it right out. So between Soothe 2 and Spiff, Oak Sound has my #1 options. We have our GoAux Sound Theory. I use it on my master bus. I use it in my mastering sessions and my mastering bus, because it's a smart EQ that as you turn the recover up, it unmasks certain elements in your mix. If your kick drum is overpowering your bass, or if your vocals are being hidden behind the instrumentation, as you turn up the recover, it starts to unmask those frequencies so that you can hear them better. Things start to pop out in your mix and become more clear. The tame knob tames frequencies that are too overpowering, and they work in conjunction with each other. When you dial in everything with subtlety, it's just amazing. It'll clean up your mix like you have no idea. It's too good. It's a cheat code. This plugin shouldn't exist, but it does, and it will save you hours and hours and a lot of revisions and a lot of headache just simply by turning up one parameter. Next on the list is Little Lab's Voice of God. This is the UAD version. The Voice of God, oh my gosh, man, if it's not on every professional mixer's 808s and kicks, it is literally the secret sauce on every tutorial that I've ever seen. Mixed by Ali uses it. Leslie Braithwaite, you turn the amplitude up, and then you can kind of dial in the right frequency for your low end. And those regular 808s that you get out of a sample pack or just a basic 808 just rumbles your room, and it fills the room as you turn that amplitude up. It's a secret sauce for it. Every time you hear an 808 or a kick knock on a record, more than likely it's because they have little labs on the signal or something like it, but more than likely it's little labs. It's a cheat code, it's a secret sauce, it's a no-brainer. Another absolute no-brainer, don't even think about it. Go out and get this plugin because it'll save you hours and hours and hours of time. It's Vocaline Pro by Synchro Arts. You know, you capture the audio, you hit analyze, you hit align, but you get immediate tight vocal, an immediate sweet sounding, clean, tight harmony without having to dig into your tools and your DAW to try to cut and arrange and move things along. Hands down, top 5 cheat code plugin. Anything in the Renaissance plugins. The AAX, the RBass, RVox. Here's why RBass is a cheat code plugin for me. You can select the frequency that you need to crank, particularly in the low end, and just turn the intensity up, and it always sounds good. In the same way RBass is a cheat code plugin for me, RVox is also a cheat code plugin for me too. Again, a lot of your favorite producers and engineers, they don't show you this, but RVox, they use RVox for kick drums, bass, snare. They'll use it for claps. They'll use it for, in addition to and for vocals, because it has a built-in gate. Turn the gate up so it cleans up anything but the unwanted signal, and then you turn down the comp knob. And now everything is pushed right in your face. Big, huge sound for anything, for any signal that you need to be pressed up against the screen. RVox is a cheat code plugin. Put it on everything. Mark my words, put it on everything. That sounds crazy, but try it. Put it on everything. It's another secret sauce that the favorite engineers are using that you wouldn't think to use on any signal, but put it on everything. Turn a couple of knobs and it's like you're cheating. Next we have our Waves Factory track spacer. As I mentioned in my last plugin video, it's just another must-have cheat code plugin. Whatever signal that you need to poke out more in your mix, you side chain that in. So if I have a kick drum going into my bass, I put the track spacer on my bass track, and then I side chain my kick drum in, and I just start turning the knob. And then that bass starts moving out of the way, and the kick drum starts poking through. But I don't have to dig through another EQ. I don't have to fumble around. This is great to use on a 2-track mix. So for instance, if a client sends you a 2-track and vocals, and now you need to start making room for those vocals, and you don't know what frequencies to grab and things like this, throw a track spacer on, turn up the amount, run that vocal through a side chain, and put the track spacer on a 2-track, turn up the amount, and just watch things get out of the way. It's a cheat code, gotta pick it up. Next we have our vocal rider from Waves, another cheat code plugin. Throw it on your vocal track and set your range and just watch it fly. Now this is really good for automation. If you don't want to sit there and ride the vocal, I love riding the vocal using my fader port to ride a vocal, but if you don't have the time to do that, if you don't want to sit there and be really meticulous about riding a vocal rider, it'll give you a nice even sound without the artifacts of an aggressive compressor. And all you have to do is throw it on your track and just tell vocal rider the level that you want your vocal to sit. Put it in write mode, and now it's writing your automation for you. Time savers. That's what all these plugins are. They're just a bunch of time savers, y'all. Baby Audio's I Heart New York. Now this is a cheat code plugin because it's just a simple plugin that you throw on if you need a little parallel compression. New York style parallel compression to be more specific. Throw it on your signal, you turn up the dial, whatever track you put it on starts to fill the space. There's nothing more that you can ask from this process, and that all you have to do is throw it on a signal and turn up a dial. It's such a cheat code. Throw it on your drums, throw it on a vocal bus, turn up the spank a little bit, and now your vocal's a little more full, fills out those empty spaces, pushes everything up to your face. It's a cheat code plugin that's not on your radar. I want to make sure you guys knew about it. I want to tell you quickly about a really cool app that I've been using lately. It's the Volume Control app. This app helps you manage all of your media in one easy to control, easy to use, simple app on your phone and on your desktop computer. You can do everything from sharing songs, syncing music, backing up and archiving your projects, archiving playlists, sharing with your friends, comment on each other. You can actually do collaborations with other producers. So it's really, really, really cool. Definitely go onto their website. That's Volume Control. Click the free trial, give it a shot, and let me know in the comments below how you like it. I actually really love the app so far. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew about that one before we moved on. So be sure to check that one out. Next, we have our IK Multimedia T-Rex 1. Don't sleep on this plugin, you guys. It's a cheat code because everything you want for a finished polished mix is just right in this plugin. You need a little more air, just turn that dial. If you need a little more focus, a little more body, if you want to push it up, a little more compression, you need to spread it out a little bit more. All of the dials that you need are in this plugin, and you can literally just read for what you want. If I want more transients, if I want a little more analog sound, a little more warmth, if I want that bass to punch a little bit more, throw this on the track, turn the dial, and sit back and listen. It just sounds good. And this one oozes simplicity. Literally anything in the Isotope's RX suite is a cheat code. Their de-esser is a cheat code. The decrackle, the deplosive, the declip, the declick, all cheat code stuff, guys. Whenever somebody sends you a recording that just doesn't sound good and you need to clean it up before you start the mixing process, you have to have some corrective tools in your arsenal. Anything Isotope's RX suite are cheat codes. It saves you so much time in getting you a clean signal, a polished sound. And this is what clients want. This is what you want in your own music. This is what you want in your mix. Definitely check out Isotope RX. I just learned about this compressor limiter. It just got put on my radar, and man, I've been missing out because this is literally my favorite compressor now. Everything is so transparent. The first time I used this plugin, I put it on my master bus, and literally the only thing I did was turn the threshold down, and I had my mix bus radio ready, compressed song ready to go, and I didn't have to touch another knob. They actually modeled it after a $10,000 unit, and it's a one-to-one port from the hardware unit directly to the software. It's a one-to-one port from the hardware unit directly to the plugin version. So you're getting the exact same algorithms and the same vibe and the same sound as you would this legendary $10,000 unit. How do you go wrong with any of these plugins? Here's another one that I keep saying pop up everywhere. This is the Moog Multimode Filter XL. If you ever watched Mix by Ali, his live stream on Twitch, he uses this plugin a lot. And the reason why is because when you throw this on any signal, usually a bass, kick drum, or any signal where you need it, a bigger sound, a nice warm, authentically just, it's really, if you need a nice meaty sound, it puts the sauce without it sounding really cheap. But the reason why it's a cheat code plugin, because you can use this to get really creative effects and movement in your signal, but it's a cheat code plugin because when you turn the drive up and you get it to yellow, you get that drive LED up to yellow or red, and you hit that plus 20, man, you get a warmth and you get a big on your low end that you just can't get from many other plugins. And all you have to do is just turn this dial. It takes your signal from, hey, I mix at home, to I mix in a big studio sound, and I'm not telling you my secret. Secret sauce, cheat code, go get it. Last but not least, the CLA Epic from Waves. This is Chris Lord Algae's new plugin with Waves. It's 4 reverbs and 4 delays built into one plugin. Put this on an effects channel and turn up knobs like every other plugin. It has just in-house built-in effects that you'll hear on top 10 records all over the world. And you don't have to sit there, although you can sit here and dial in parameters, you just don't have to. Load up a preset and then turn up a knob. If you're into saving time, you already know what you're doing. But now we're trying to shave off hours and minutes and seconds, because every second counts. You don't have to create some special effect. You don't have to really work so hard to make something sound so good, because there are cheat code plugins like this that exist to make your life easy. So definitely check it out. There's only one question left. What plugins did I miss? Don't forget to let me know in the comments below. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Your feedback and your support really helped me grow this channel, and I truly appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my website, secondbarmixer.com, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See you soon.